All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Basically, it's just going to be a quick article. All right, this is a very important article. Okay, as far as the famine of the word goes. Okay, because here it says what is reputable news YouTube plans to decide for you. Okay, and as you read the article, it goes into some interesting things. All right, so I'm gonna hit the main interesting points. All right, and Lord willing, be informative and edifying to the elect. So it says YouTube will invest $25 million in funding quality journalism on its platform. The initiative will aim to provide context and to promote reputable sources, but there are doubts as to what exactly that might mean. Because YouTube has really their whole agenda is trying to stop this truth from going out, stop this word from going out. But they don't want to come out right and do it, so they're trying to beat around the bush, find different ways, all right, to finally get there. All right, they already have the net neutrality done away with. Okay, so now they're slowly but surely coming. It says YouTube announced the initiative on Monday and says it aims to make it easier to find quality news. All right, see how they play on words? Really what they're trying to say is they're going to make it harder, all right, to find real news, because what the only quote unquote quality news that they're trying to make you find is their propaganda and lies and BS. It says, and improve the news experience on YouTube. The initiative forms part of a wider $300 million Google program aimed at helping journalism thrive in the digital age. In the coming weeks, videos posted about breaking news events will be accompanied with a link to carefully vetted news article about the events, as well as a reminder that breaking news can rapidly change. Really, what they're trying to say is, if you bring out an article on what's really going on and it's not on par with what they want to come out, they're going to have counter articles ready, all right, to quote unquote claim that what you're saying is false, you know? So it says YouTube will also highlight breaking news videos from reputable news organizations on its homepage and recommend that viewers watch similar videos following the ones they were watching. They're trying to direct, all right, what you're watching, you know, in the direction they want it to go. It says with the left-right divide in America widening, the challenge for YouTube is deciding what sources count as reputable. Among those vetted by YouTube are CNN and Fox News. CNN has been slated and derided as fake news by President Trump and others on the right, while CNN President Jeff Zucker called Fox a propaganda machine earlier this year. Let's see if we could keep going. All right, here's the part. It says the only U.S. outlet mentioned in YouTube's announcement is Vox Media, a left-wing explainer website. And these are all websites set up specifically to come against certain information that's coming out. True information that's coming out, but they set up to counter that. All right, that's why it says that this the outlet that they mentioned, because they know they've set this up. It says YouTube has also revealed that one of its trusted flaggers, all right, of objectionable content is the Southern Poverty Law Center. All right, now that name should ring a bell. Okay, the SPLC. All right, there was a while back you had elders and brothers doing videos on these groups on how they had Great Millstone on their website. All right, but YouTube considers them a trusted flagger. So for the most part, majority of videos that get flagged is by these guys. All right. It says a group that focuses solely on right-wing extremism. The SPLC has been forced to retract several articles over the past few months and pay a $3.75 million compensation to a think tank it mischaracterized as anti-Muslim. All right. So it says what? It's trusted flaggers of objectionable content. Okay. So guess what, man? Let's look up what this PLC is. All right. It says here black nationalists. The black nationalist movement is a reaction to centuries of institutionalized white supremacy in America. Black nationalists believe the answer to white racism is to form separate institutions or even a separate nation for black people. Most forms of black nationalism are strongly anti-white and anti-Semitic, which is retarded. It doesn't make sense, all right? Because they calling us a black nationalist, but hold up, you idiots, all right? We're not saying anything about black, man. We talking about we're Israelites, all right? Now the thing about that is, Israelites come from Shem, all right? So we're also Shemitic. How the hell are we gonna be anti-Shemitic when we're Shemites? These man, boy. It says some religious versions assert that black people are the biblical chosen people of the Most High. Hey man, read Jeremiah 14:2. All right, it says black nation. No, I'm not even gonna go into all this. I'm just gonna find the right here. 2017 black nationalist hate groups. All right. Has all eyes on Egypt, bookstore, so on and so forth. Scrolling down, boom. What is that? Great Millstone. All right, and they have all the different locations of the different camps. All right, Great Millstone at Atlanta, Baltimore, Birmingham, Charlotte, Chicago, Cleveland, Dallas, all of that. All right, then after that it goes to the House of David, it goes to the House of Israel. All right, IUIC, Israel United. So all these different groups and camps are all on here, man. Okay, they're all on here, and this is the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center. This is their website. So this should tell you something. All right, if it says here that that YouTube considers them one of its trusted flaggers, okay, of objectionable content. All right, that should that should tell you something. If we're on their list, all right, as Israelites, if we're on their list, then that means that really, YouTube is coming after us, man. They're trying to shut us down because they've entrusted that section or whatnot into this group, this SPLC, which is already after us, man. They're trying to shut down this truth however they can. But listen, man, the scriptures say, man, the word is still gonna go out. It says YouTube has attempted to subtly influence its viewers' news diet before. Earlier this year, the platform began labeling videos from news outlets that receive government funding. The labels are visible to viewers in the U.S. and affect outlets like PBS, BBC, Al Jazeera, or Jazeera, all right, and RT, all right, and that's the website I'm on right now, RT, Russia Today. It says the labeling of RT is in line with parent company Google's decision last year to de-rank RT articles from search results, making alternative viewpoints that much harder to find. And most of these articles come from what? RT, because they they put the perspective that's not under US propaganda. But what are they trying to do? They're trying to de-rank it and make it hard to find. All right, and it's all going into the famine of the word. Okay, it says Eric man, what's up with these names, man? Eric. All right, it says Eric, the executive chairman of Google's parent company, Alphabet, said at the time that the move was aimed at replacing bad speech with good speech. Hold up. So what happened to free speech? What happened to freedom of speech? So now there's a bad and good speech within that? Huh. It says, but critics called it a form of censorship that defied all logic and reason. All right, it says, under the new rules, videos on long-running conspiracy theories, that's what they call them, that the moon landings were fake, which they were, for instance, will now be accompanied by a link to a relevant Wikipedia or Encyclopedia Britannica article challenging the claims. Now, Wikipedia, anybody could go on Wikipedia and put something on there, man. All right? These guys, man, it says they're going to be counterpoints of view, and there's going to be videos where people who have conspiratorial opinion are going to express them, said YouTube's chief product officer Neil Mohan. What I think we can do is, instead of telling users what to think, give them as much information as possible so that they can make those decisions themselves. So really what they're trying to do is, if they claim to give you as much information as possible, really they can just demonize the groups that they don't want to be heard with these websites accompanying videos and so on and so forth. All right. Then it goes on and says Mohan denies that YouTube's new features amount to censorship, and viewers will still be able to find a wealth of content on the platform. That's all BS, man. All right. It says many independent and citizen journalists who have relied on YouTube in years past fear that the new policy will favor mainstream and establishment media outlets at their expense. They have already been impacted by YouTube's changes to its content policy last August, which flagged videos that discuss controversial topics as unsuitable for advertisers and demonetized, depriving their creators of much needed ad revenue. All right. Man, this famine is right there. All right. It says Tim Pool, a political moderate, described the demonetization as applied with no discernible pattern, and said, I am not the first and I won't be the last person to be affected by this. So that's what's there, man. All right. They got the Southern Poverty Law Center, or if that's what it's called, all right, as their trusted flaggers. Okay. Because really, they're coming after the truth. They're trying to stop this word from going out. That time is here, man. That time is here. So I'm going to get the, the precept which we always bring out. But, hey, it's good to bring it out for edification. All right. Amos chapter 5. It's like chapter 8, verse 11. It says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. All right. And a famine is when you don't have access to it. All right. So, the truth is going to be with those which the Lord wants it to be with. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. For those who have been blessed with that wisdom and knowledge, the truth is going to be with us. But for the rest, it's going to be a famine. They're not going to know where to get it, how to find it. All right. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. All right. So that's the times that we're coming into, man. All right. And so, hey, we're just another day closer. And, Lord willing, the days continue to speed up so we can, finally get these prophecies rolling, and get out of here. All right. But Lord willing, that was informative and edifying to the elect. Once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and Shalom.